Now seriously.
Yeah. Camera gone.
Camera gun. Camera gun. Marcos, sound is okay? Just start.
Trying to remember your name. Yeah.
I can go ahead to the
Kidding,
introduction
kidding,
slide
kidding.
if you like.
Kidding. I know who you are. Vilma. Otherwise OH3,
Auf
OT.
Karten.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second presentation today. Now we're talking about our program Train the Trainer, and usually our responsible for the program, Ottawa Tuomi, Oscar Hotel 3, Oscar Tango, could not attend, so we have Philip, our first chair, presenting the topic to you. Go ahead.
So thank you, Henny. Ottawa is also my vice chair at the moment. I'm losing a few words about myself also, so you briefly know who I am. So my name is Philip, Delta Kilo 6 Sierra Papa. I'm going to make this presentation in English as the International Amateur Radio Union we are working for within the youth working group is an English-speaking roof association of all the member societies like die ERC. Also mein Name ist Philipp, Delta Kilo 6 Sierra Papa. Ich bin der Vorsitzende der Jugendarbeitsgruppe in der Jaro Region 1. Ich werde den Vortrag jetzt allerdings auf Englisch halten, weil wir doch einige internationale Gäste da haben. Dementsprechend, wenn es nachher Fragen gibt, auch gerne zu uns an den Stand kommen in Halle 1, hinter dem DRC-Stand, dann können wir das auch gerne auf Deutsch weiter besprechen. Alright. So I am currently serving as the chair of the youth working group, as well as being a member of the executive committee plus. So I'm not elected executive committee, but I'm giving the best feedback we can towards the executive committee and their decisions as the chair of the youth working group. So we can try to influence and make something happen in regards of the youth. Let's go ahead to our agenda today, what we're going to talk. So Train the Trainer is a wide topic. Probably nobody has heard about it yet, though we will talk about what Train the Trainer actually is and where the idea for this shortly abbreviated TTT sparks from. We will also talk about how TTT works in general, how do societies contribute, and how you as a person can contribute to the program. Furthermore, we will also speak about TTT as a topic on the Yoda summer camps we do and Yoda sub-regional camps. I will lose a few words about this. We will also go through what TTT activities we will have at the upcoming camp in Hungary and how you will be able to contribute to this. So first of all, I brought you a slide where nothing is on for the moment, though we will have three word combinations which are important for the Train the Trainer program. First of all, we have the learning new. The learning new is in case you or you as a youth or you as a older 25, because we define youth as 25 and younger, can learn something new from the program. So you and you as a youngster or you as a above 25 can definitely learn something how to contribute, as well as go ahead and share your knowledge, which is the second important point. I will just show you the third one also. So these three phrases are the important things: learning, sharing, and using. How is the TTT built? The TTT itself is an idea how to learn something or contribute something, and from this combination you will get something you will definitely profit off in any case. So what you see here is, in the recap, this is basically our structure. We work on the problems we face these days within the youth working group. The youth working group works in regards. Let's begin. Let's begin from the other side. The member societies in 2017 at the German General Conference decided that we're gonna have to introduce this trainer program to have like key performance indicators of the youth working group. So what we did is came up with the trainer program. So the trainer program, I will come to this in a minute, provides reports from member societies. And these member societies tell us what they did, what they learned from others, and how did they contribute to others for knowing what they going to talk about. So this structure we see here: learn the new, sharing the ideas, and using the ideas to make something possible for youngsters in regards of knowing what they want to do with an amateur radio, as well as go ahead and experience something new, make the networking possible for these people. This is what we do with these ideas within the trainer program. Basically, what is trainer? As I said, it was decided upon by the member societies in 2017 and was introduced first at the 2018 actual summer camp in Bulgaria. So how we train the trainers. If I look here in the audience, I see lots of trainers and a few youths around, so you will probably be interested how to gain the knowledge and how to contribute. I want to make this also, in the end, like an open discussion with you guys, how we can probably get it more to the part where you can contribute and get the ideas. The program itself is established for the youth in HamRadio, so we try to encourage and help the youngsters. As we all know, we're facing the same problems. So we may have a best practice example which you didn't know about, and you read about it or you get it presented and can teach this to others. So this is, we train the trainers. We can also share ideas and experiences with the community, as I said, best practice examples for the like-minded youth. So if a youngster has an idea which was working for them in a local club, it's also possible for others to implement, not like 100%, but probably 70% of it is working, and you have a base to work on. So everyone is having the same problems. You probably know that from your local clubs. If you speak with others, you gain some knowledge and you can share it to others. So what also is about the trainer program is how to get youngsters involved into the hobby. So this is the basic question we as the youth working group ask ourselves. How can we get new like-minded people into the hobby and get them licensed? I'm not a fan of saying save the hobby, but we are definitely a big part of saving the hobby with the big part of youngsters interested into the whole thing. I mean, the older guys joining or older gals joining the hobby are also welcome, and they could contribute as a trainer because they have some more experience in life. Probably come from the electronics sector and just describe a PCB, how it is working, describe whatever it is related to amateur radio. There's so much variety in the hobby, and we can definitely definitely learn from each other. We as the youth working group are therefore interested in how the societies are doing it. I mean, in Germany we have the youth department, the AJD-Referat, and we are learning a lot from them. I mean, we are in the DRC the biggest member society within the Region 1. in the end, we have a structure which is working for us. If we share these ideas to other member societies, just for your info, for the background, we have 102 member societies in Region 1. This covers Europe, Africa, the Middle East, and Northern Asia. So there's a lot of variety in cultures. So as I said before, maybe 70%, maybe 50% is working for you. But it is a start, it is a base to work on. Let's go ahead and show you a timeline of the Train the Trainer program. What has happened since this general conference, I told you, which is happening every 3 years, together with the member societies. All delegates come together, discuss ideas, and then get these papers through the committees, and this is what we work on afterwards. So in 2017, it was decided, as I said, in Landshut, Germany, at the General Conference, that we need such a program to track our success within the Youth Working Group. We sat together and came up with the idea of this Train the Trainer program, which was then introduced 2018, and we had to find a coordinator, which was back in the days Monty, or Oscar Echo 3 Victor Victor uniform. Some may know him from the past. He basically shaped the program and taking charge, going to the camps and introducing the youth attending. Normally we have around about 100 youngsters attending a camp from 30 plus societies and countries, therefore. So lots of knowledge sharing is going on there, and it is a big bonus for everyone attending. In the original and main idea of the Train the Trainer program, shaped by Monty, was then also to create ambassadors, which is now our main target also for the summer and sub-regional camps we do, create ambassadors within the societies. So these ambassadors will then learn from other trainers. Let's say at the camp, these trainers don't need to be like 40 plus, they can also be youngsters. And these youngsters share knowledge among each other, share how they do it within their youth department, and then they take this idea home. As I say, it's a base to work on. So these ambassadors for amateur radio and their societies are created at these camps and form the Train the Trainer program. For example, as I said, they come to Yoda camp and get the skills there, how to do it, got a base, and then work on it. They can organize events afterwards, invite the youngsters from their societies, make a local camp, and share the knowledge with them. And they will take it apart. It's like a snowball system. It's going further and further and further down, and some ideas will always make improvements within the societies. So in 2019, we had another Train the Trainer session at the Bulgaria camp, and from there on, from Bulgaria, we made it a mandatory event every day to not only have like party at the Yoda summer camps, but only make something useful, because it's important for our strategy to create these ambassadors. In 2020, Monty stepped down within this role of the TTT coordinator, and Ottawa, my vice chair, took over, and he shaped the program in his regards. So in 2022, after the COVID pandemic was over, Ottawa was firstly introduced into this new kind of thing that every day there's a TTT program at the camp in Croatia. I see the Croatian youth coordinator sitting sitting over there, and I think it was a huge success getting all these 115 youngsters plus minus which attended the camp in 2022, and lots of these are now actually youth coordinators. They were appointed as youth coordinators within the societies and take the idea forward to get it going and get the youth interested in the hobby, and taking these ideas they learned, the best practice examples from the camps, towards their societies, and the societies now learn from what they learn from other youngsters, from other workshop leaders and stuff like that. And so again, it's a snowball system, and it's going down and down and down, and people just profit from it, take what they have as a base and work on it on their behalf with their culture and stuff like that to make it happen. So I mentioned briefly the TTT reports earlier. So some of the youth coordinators I see over there, you should be familiar with the system. So we request one report per member society per quarter of the year, so four in a year. And before we changed the system with Ottawa, it used to be just a blank form where you just fill in what is your society, your name, and what did you do. We had some questions like hot topics and stuff, but now we changed it to questions which are specific, and we just ask for the minimum to just see if there's anything happening in a society. We as a youth working group are basically in charge to give these best practice examples to the member societies and show them how it could work out for them. They need to do it. So we can only provide the best practice examples, but they need to do it. And nowadays we also have like, did you achieve anything within the past 3 months? It's just yes or no. If they say yes, they describe it. If they say no, we can help them. Like we reach out to the youth coordinator then and let them know we are here for support. We can help you out, and even then we can reactivate societies with their youth work. This happened with the French team from 2022 in the Croatian camp. Now they have an active youth group again, starting slowly. They had 4 members joining last year at the camp. Now they have like 10 members in the society. And you need to understand that in France, probably only 20 youngsters even have a license. So we now slowly, through the TTT program, reactivating the societies and get youngsters again active on the mats. Yeah, so these reports now include specific questions. How can we help you? Was there any activity? If so, what did you do? Photo upload. These reports I want to show you within the next few slides. I want to go in specific onto the French report from I think 2 months ago. So this is, oh sorry, you don't see. So they came together at the 45-year anniversary of the Fox 6 KOP club, and for the first time they did kind of like a small camp in France, together with all the active youths who could participate at a particular weekend. And Fox 6 KOP has a big gun station included in their local club. So they also operated the Tango Mike 45 KOP special event station with big success. What is included then within these reports? Because they mentioned they did something, they described it. So what did they do? They were there 3 days for a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and did kind of a sub-regional camp. A sub-regional camp, I just want to make you aware, a summer camp probably has 100 plus participants from all over Region 1, plus Region 2 and Region 3, so all parts of the world come together, and 1 week long. A sub-regional camp is only a smaller camp. We had one in 2019 in Germany, and like 30 maximum participants, and only from the local area. So as France has quite a big territory, they just made it a sub-regional in France and invited those members listed here. You saw on the picture before. So these people attended and brought the idea of the summer camp from Croatia back to France and lived the best practice examples. So they were able to join this event and make it their sub-regional, let's say, and they really enjoyed, as you can read from here, operating the station. Most of the youngsters don't have any station at home, so they really need station openers like you sitting in here to open their stations and getting them introduced into DXing, into running pile-ups, into Morse code, FT8, RTTY, whatever they want to do. We have such a big variety within our common hobby, and this is the way to do it. So they describe here, it is a contest-focused station, 1 rig per band, so big station. They were quite shocked when they came there, but they really liked it. We also have that at 9A1A, where I've been visiting most recently. They have also one station per band, 17 antennas per band, for example. That's big. Youngsters are impressed by this and want to reach this probably in the future. So this is a way to start with this best practice exam. Going ahead, they also operate it. So as I said, there's a big variety in what you can do with an amateur radio. Not only shortwave bands, VHF and up, or as stated here, QO100. These were the first QSOs of QO100 they did. So again, knowledge sharing, because where did they see the QO100? At the camp in Croatia. Where did they discuss how it works? In Croatia. Within what program? Train the Trainer. So they shared the knowledge. The attending youngsters from France in Croatia shared the knowledge with their other youngsters in France at this opportunity and operated the station. What else did they do? They made over 4,000 QSOs over the 3 days period. Imagine 4,000 QSOs without a contest. So there was really interest in this activity by the youngsters, as they also actively publicized it on social media. Another best learning experience from Croatia. Our youth working group PR team made a great presentation about how to share knowledge on social media. I mean, every one of you probably has a Facebook or Twitter account. We share what we do there, and you can learn from that. So this is also part of the Train the Trainer program. He also showed his QO100 station sharing knowledge, stuff like that. So little presentations are also given. But what we also like to see is how did they live at this occasion. So what did they do? They just erected some tents. That's the whole Yota spirit. Go camping, build a station, have fun together, share your knowledge. And what they say here about the conclusion, overall, this test camp, because it was only a small amount of people, was a nice experience for every one of us. Some operators learned how it feels to be working in a contest station. As I said, not everyone has a big station available, so this was a big experience for them. And working the pileups, because with the special event station they had, TM45 KOP, they were really wanted on the bands. So this was an opportunity that we do not all have every day. And this is what Kyoto makes so special. It's not an opportunity you have every day. Though what we can do with the Youngsters on the Air program, and thus the TTT, as I said, share the knowledge with everyone and bring it back to the societies to achieve what we do with the Yota program internationally on a local level. Not only national, but local level, within your home clubs. So there's also space for special thanks in these reports and stuff like that. And we also appreciate all the time the photos and how it went. These reports are formatted by Ottawa and can be reviewed on our website, hamradio.com/TTT, short for Train the Trainer. And not only European clubs submit there. Just check out what the African guys do. African guys are amazing in this regard. I mean, it is easy to get a license here, but just imagine, for example, Ethiopia. There's one license station and it's a club station. How do they do youth work? They are studying there. They sit the American exam and then can operate with the American license, the Ethiopian club station. So there's a different approach in every different country. And I want to mention Algeria. What do? Just imagine, they made up their own SDR academy, because SDR is now state of the art and they want to just see how things go, how they can manage it to make best results. Then they join the Yota summer camps, the Yota regional camps, ask others how they do it, and then take home the best practice examples and learn how to do it. So it's cool to see the variety of people sending in these reports. Unfortunately, we don't have everyone participating yet, but we are working on it. The rate is getting better, and all these reports, as I said, are available. Have a look at them, ham-yota.com/TTT. So the TTG reports, as I said, have the hot questions and recurring questions. Just to come back to the topic, the YOTA activities they have nationally are described. If they do a contest together as a youth team, they describe that. Also specific topics, as I said, with the SDR Academy, they describe it, what they do, and then share the knowledge they have about what they learned, what they were their achievements, what was probably failing. Tell others. It's a base what you can learn from and use for your local arrangements. Also the reoccurring questions. So we ask about past youth activities. So if they didn't send a report, if it's also possible to send it later. What they plan. So we recently got a report from the Hungarian team who's planning the summer camp in August. So they tell about what's going on there, what are the planning status and stuff like that, and people see what's going on. As I said before, also the problems are not missing within these reports. These problems with the youth work can only be faced if they are known. And these TTT reports shall be a reminder to recap what you are doing with the youth work, and then we can recap together as the youth working group and give you like a way how you can achieve things you want to do. We are there to help, but we need you to reach out to us. We can't smell it if something is going wrong within your society. So these reports are really a great way to see inside the society and see what's going on. We also track how many new youth members they get and get a feeling how Region 1 is evolving towards the new generation of people coming into the hobby. So what else is TTT? As I mentioned before, it's everything that you teach. It's the idea sharing at different occasions. Camps, local club meetings, conferences on a national level. You always can share knowledge. You know it from your professional lives probably. It's all about knowledge sharing. You want to help others to gain the most out of it. You want to share what you know to make other lives easier probably. And the activities that you learn from someone. I mean, just remember how you started with an amateur radio. Who was your Alma? Who helped you to get QRV? Some people, some youngsters don't have the possibility. They just come in there, watch YouTube videos, buy a radio, get on the air. Isn't it better to have someone helping you, sharing knowledge? I mean, I didn't learn like operating CW without local club. I was just coming to the local club meetings and I was wondering, what is this beep, beep, beep sound on the radio? What's going on there? And I asked, what is this? And they said, it's Morse code, it's CW. And this CW, what is it? How do I learn it? And then an old guy came by, like 80 years old, and told me, Philip, we're going to do it. 3 months later, I did my first CW QSO. So it's all about sharing the knowledge. And I really appreciate this guy still, and he's still around and doing CW contacts with me. So I want to shortly go onto the topic of the summer camps again. As I said, 2018 in South Africa, we did the first trainer session under Monty. 2019 in Bulgaria, then COVID hit, and 2022 Croatia was the last trainer in-person sessions. So as I mentioned before, we have these daily sessions, 1 hour each, where everyone participating is invited to join and share what they do. We do like mind maps together, work on problems, we give them problems, and if so many different cultures and people are sitting together, male, female, whatever, they're sitting together, everyone is thinking differently. And this is the key to a good future. Share the knowledge together with different people, different cultures, different ages even. everyone is thinking different, and if we find a middle way with all these inputs, we may be able to lower the age of amateur radio in general, as well as keep the hobby alive for a long time, and this is probably what we all want. Yeah, so we are through this whole presentation, and I want to give the opportunity to you all. If you have any questions, any comments about the TTT program, I see some youth coordinators around. Now is the time to talk. If you don't want to talk openly, we can still do it at the Yaro Youth booth in Hall A1. But are there any questions for now?
What were the themes of the summer camps? What were the different points which the young people learned?
Okay, so what were the different points the various youngsters attending the Yoda Summer Camp, the recent Yoda Summer Camp, learned from the TTT program? So it's difficult to answer because, as I said, we had 115 participants and all think this direction, this direction, this direction, which is the good thing. Though we can say, as I mentioned before, most of them are now youth coordinators within their national societies. So the ideas they had were somehow fruitful for the societies. I want to come back to the Algerian team who do the SDR Academy now. This was an idea they took, actually, I think, from the French, because they said, we are active, we like the SDR technology. And when we like it, what do? We come together as a team, work on it. That's how you do it at work as well, right? And I mean, what works in a professional, constraint, probably works in a hobby as well. So they sat together, Algeria and French speaking the same language at some point, and discussed what they did in France. What did they discuss in France? How they do it. It's not an 8-hour session. How did you do it? 1.5 hours break, then probably 3 hours, okay, then lunch. This kind of conversations. It's not all about technical stuff, just how to do it, organizational, software topics, whatever they want to discuss, they do within these TTT sessions. Kannst du auch auf Deutsch, dann übersetze ich.
But how did they bring the young people into summer camp?
Okay. So how did they bring the young people into the summer camp? So this is a whole other process. We as the youth working group reach out to the youth coordinators once a year with a call for applications. So once it is announced where the next summer camp or sub-regional camp is taking place, we ask the youth coordinators and the society, therefore, who wants to join, how many you want to send. Normally it's for a summer camp 4 people from a society, 4 youngsters until 25 years old. For a sub-regional camp, it depends how much capacity they have. So at the upcoming camp in Hungary, if I'm not lying, we have 31 countries attending. From these 31 countries, we have guests from Argentina, Singapore, Republic of Korea. So 3 countries outside of the region, and the rest is the region. So we are growing. As I said before, in Bulgaria, we had 24 attending. Now we have 31. So the idea of interest sharing is coming to the societies. So once the youth coordinator said who want to come, they go to the national level and search, you want to come, you want to come, you want to come, and then they apply. Once the application process is over, the whole camp is funded. So you just pay for how to get there. Plane, train, bus, that's it. Rest is covered. So then they arrive and 7 days of radio fun. Okay, now I understand the question. So how do you find the first 4? I want to refer to the French again. I'm still in contact with the old youth coordinator of REF, and he had kind of problems to find these youngsters. Nowadays, these youngsters probably reach out to their societies on their own because they see what we do. Youngsters on the Air, as an initiative by the Yara Regional Youth Working Group, has its social media channels, and we reach some people. It's speaking and speaking and speaking. Probably this guy here heard that his daughter is going there and it would be something for her. And in France, it was this mouth propaganda. So one of these has seen us on social media, reached out to us, and said, "How many can I bring?" I was in contact with the president afterwards, and he said, "From the database, I can see this is a youngster, this is a youngster. Reach out to him and ask." That's how you get involved first. So sometimes the societies need to do more work and research with their members and see who is young. I can probably make the example of the German Amateur Radio Society, where we reach out to every youngster who is member of the DARC via email if they have an email implemented in their system. So this year I think we sent out 700 emails and got a team of 5 people now sending, because this is now the real maximum. We had to choose even for the first time. We are going to the camp since 2016, and we always struggled to find these people. That's the problem, you say. But after consecutive years, we are more and more successful, and these people attending us or reaching even out to us and say, "I want to go there. How do I do it?" So this is a process. It's not like, and it's going. It's working. It's a process we need all to work on. Okay, any more questions, TTT? Okay, I don't see any hands raising. So thanks for joining us today at this trainer session. I hope you took some ideas from it. Be the trainers for the trainer. Be a trainer and train others. That's the right thing. And get the ideas out to your local clubs, to your national societies, and hopefully we get some more youngsters involved into our beloved common hobby. Thanks for joining, and have a nice day. Dankeschön.